Here we are with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. I'm Steve Gamache, and we've got the Masakage Kiri Santoku 170mm knife. So this line of knives has a core steel of VG10, full stainless steel. Heat treats around 61, 62 Rockwell, and this shop does a nice job with the rendition of VG10. The construction is multiple levels of non-reactive stainless cladding with an etching on them to make those layers pop, so it's a Damascus finish. And that's on either side of that hard core steel, so it wraps around the spine as well, so it's an all stainless blade. The dimensions and weights are going to vary just a little bit on these from knife to knife, but this one's 121 grams or 4.3 ounces, so it's quite light. The edge length is 172 millimeters or about 6.8 inches, and the overall length is about 313 millimeters. Blade height is 46.4 at the heel. And then the spine thickness on this one, it'll vary a little bit, but this one's about 2.75 millimeters at the chin or the back of the heel, and then about halfway down I measured at 1.9, and then it just very slightly starts to taper a little thinner, but then you can see it thins up nicely at the tip with a fairly generous grind on this blade. If we hit it just right here, you'll see that grind goes up pretty high, and they've got a convex, gentle transition from the flats into the grind towards the edge. So this is one of the better performing Santokus I've used on soft product like onions and such. I've used tried a lot of different Santoku models, and this one's, it's up there with performance. It's a very good performing knife. The handle is their oval ambidextrous magnolia wood with a red Packawood ferrule. Nice smooth fit and finish all the way around. Tight install on the joint there at the handle. Circumference is about 75 millimeters where this red Packawood meets the magnolia wood. They've got their signature curved choil into the neck here. Good spot for your finger on a pinch grip. So these are really comfortable on a pinch grip. Balance point on this one. It's a light handle, which helps bring the balance point forward a little bit. So there's your balance point on this particular blade, and my pinch grip is just a touch in front of that. So it's pretty neutral. Definitely light and flickable, very light and nimble knife. These look nice, they perform nice. Here's what she looks like. So we've got the frosted our etch treatment to bring out those layers. You can see with the grind the layers tighten up. And there's your core steel and your sharp edge bevel shining out there. This was a good 6, 7 out of 10 on my scale on edge sharpness, so the very sharp out of the box. Nice edge bevel. Hand chisel kanji, which look really cool, and you can feel them as you run your finger across them. And they kind of dance a little bit on the blade as you're moving around in the light. A little hard to show on the video here. Fairly decent polish to it. You can see it's kind of semi-shiny. They've polished the spine, they've polished the choil, so it's very comfortable out of the box. Really nice looking knives. Fairly stiff blade. The grind on these just go through product pretty organically, pretty predictable cuts, and it just works well. So it's a very pleasant knife to use. Here's the edge profile. Not super flat. You can see you've got just a touch of flattish area towards the heel, and you kind of rotate into that heel there a little bit. And then a pretty low kind of belly. It doesn't go real high on the rock, but fairly high for a blade this length. But it'll flow nicely on push-pull cuts, glide cuts, a little bit of rocking. Not especially a chopper, but a lot of these aren't. So there's your profile. Just a really good all-around performing knife, as I mentioned, and all stainless, very pretty, just nice all-around package. So just that shiny this a little bit with my hand. So this knife is the Masakage Kiri VG10 Santoku 170mm knife.